In this video, we will go through the solution walkthrough for the ToDo application, Step 1 assignment. Since this ToDo project will be developed across multiple assignments, I decided to provide the full solution for Step 1 to help reduce any confusion and make sure everyone starts with the correct foundation. If you did not receive 100% on Step 1, please review this walkthrough carefully. After reviewing the solution, you may correct your work and resubmit the assignment. As long as the resubmission is made by the new deadline, no late penalty will be applied. The goal is to make sure everyone clearly understands this first step before we continue building the rest of the ToDo application. This assignment is called Building a ToDo Application, Step 1. In this assignment, you will begin developing a simple to-do list application in Python. The goal is to practice core programming concepts such as lists, functions, and exception handling. For this step, your to-do list should be stored using a Python list, and it should start out empty. You will complete two main functions. The first is the add_task function, which should add a new item to the to-do list. The second is the remove_task function, which should delete an item from the list using its index. You also need to include error handling. Your program should properly handle cases where a user tries to remove an item that does not exist, such as when an invalid index is used. For the deliverables, download the starter file named todo.py, complete the required functions, and submit that file on Canvas. Do not change the file name. Also, remember that all programming assignments must include a program header that contains your name and your V number. This header should appear at the top of your Python file. If this information is missing, a 20-point deduction will be applied. You will also see several supporting files available for download. The assignment PDF contains the full instructions. The todo.py file is the starter code. The grading rubric explains how your work will be evaluated, and the grade checker script can help you estimate your score before submission. Make sure you review all materials carefully before starting the assignment. On this page, you can see two important files that are provided for this assignment. The first file is todo.py. This is the starter or skeleton code for the assignment. You should download this file and use it as the starting point for your solution. Your task is to complete the missing parts of the code, specifically the required functions. After you finish implementing the assignment, you must upload your modified todo.py file to Canvas. The second file is grade_checker.py. This is a self-check script that you can run on your computer to estimate your expected grade before submitting your assignment. It helps you verify whether your program meets the assignment requirements. Using this script is optional, but it is highly recommended because it allows you to check your work and catch potential issues before submitting your assignment. You should download two files from Canvas, todo.py and grade_checker.py. Please make sure that you save both of these files in the same folder on your computer. Keeping them in the same folder ensures that the grade checker script can properly locate and test your todo.py file. Once both files are downloaded and saved in the same folder, we can begin reviewing the solution for Step 1 of the ToDo application. Now let's look at the starter code in todo.py. At the top, you can see two functions that you are required to implement: add_task and remove_task. Currently, both functions contain the keyword pass, which means the function exists but does not do anything yet. Your job in this assignment is to complete these two functions. The add_task function should take a task and add it to the to-do list, which is stored in a Python list called to_do. The remove_task function should remove a task from the list based on the index provided. Next, you can see the print_to_do function. This function is already implemented for you. It prints the title to-do list and then loops through the list to display each item along with its index. Below that is the main function. This function creates an empty list called to_do and then calls the add_task function several times to add example tasks such as buying groceries, doing laundry, cleaning the bathroom, and washing dishes. After printing the list, the program calls remove_task to remove certain items and then prints the list again so you can see the updated result. Finally, at the bottom of the file, you will see the line if_name_equal_main___main___:, which ensures that the main function runs when the program is executed. In this assignment, your main responsibility is to correctly implement the add_task and remove_task functions so that the program behaves as expected. In this video clip, we will look at how to implement the add_task function. Currently, the function only contains the keyword pass, which means the function does nothing. The first step is to remove the pass statement. Next, we replace it with the line to_do.append open parenthesis task close parenthesis. This line uses the append method of Python lists to add the new task to the end of the to-do list. So whenever the add_task function is called, the task provided as a parameter will be added to the list. With this single line of code, the add_task function is now fully implemented. Let's walk through what this program is doing. First, we implemented the add_task function. Next, we see the remove_task function. Right now, this function still contains the keyword pass, which means it does nothing. The function exists, but no code is executed when it is called. Now let's look at the main function. First, an empty list called to_do is created. Then the program calls add_task 4 times to add 4 tasks: buying groceries, doing laundry, cleaning the bathroom, and washing dishes. After adding these tasks, the program prints the list. Next, the program calls remove task open parenthesis 2, to do close parenthesis, which is supposed to remove the item at index 2. However, since remove task has not been implemented yet, the function does nothing. The program prints the list again, and we will still see all 4 tasks. Then the program calls remove_task open parenthesis 0, to_do close parenthesis, which again does nothing because the function still contains pass. When the list is printed again, we will still see the same 4 tasks that we added earlier. This demonstrates that until we implement the remove task function, the program will not actually remove any items from the list. Now let's look at the next version of the program where we implement the remove task function. Inside the remove task function, we replace the previous pass statement with to_do.pop open parenthesis index close parenthesis. The pop method removes and returns the element at the specified index from the list. So when we call remove task, open parenthesis, 2, to do, close parenthesis, the task at index 2 will be removed from the to-do list. Later, when we call remove task, open parenthesis, 0, to do, close parenthesis, the task at index 0 will also be removed. When we run the program with valid indexes, the list will update correctly and the printed results will show fewer items after each removal. However, there is still an important issue with this implementation. If the program tries to remove an item using an invalid index, the program will crash. For example, if we call remove_task, open parenthesis, 10, to _do, close parenthesis, the list does not have an index 10. Since Python cannot find that position in the list, it raises an index error, and the program will stop running. This is why the assignment requires us to include error handling, so that the program can handle invalid indexes without crashing. Once you have correctly implemented all the required functions, you can use the grade checker script to verify that your solution works as expected. To do this, run the grade_checker.py file. This script will automatically test your program and check whether your functions behave correctly according to the assignment requirements. If everything is implemented correctly, the grade checker will run through all the tests and display an OK message at the end. Seeing this OK message indicates that your solution passed the checks and is likely ready for submission. If the grade checker reports any errors or failed tests, review your code, correct the issues, and run the grade checker again until all tests pass. I will also be providing grade checker scripts for all future programming assignments, so please make sure to use them before submitting your work. They are designed to help you catch mistakes early and ensure your programs meet the assignment requirements.
Thank you for your attention today. This presentation was prepared by
준비.
with assistance from AI Technologies. I truly appreciate your engagement. See you in our next class.